Kisa, Kisa. Give me 1 second. Um, before I go, let's try. I'm trying to go. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Thank you for watching. Uh, let's go ahead and get this thing going. So I can go to sleep. I'm tired tonight. Um, we're gonna start with what's going on in the entertainment world. We're gonna start with Act. Um, it kind of explain to us what's going on. Um, I wanted to put the video based on so there's not much happening in Act video today. The only thing that happened is matter of fact is this video. I'm not gonna push all the way in. So this is Academy video where this one right there where he dressed a black KKK doing the interview where he's still bittering about everything that's happened to his life. He's taking no accountability. He Trump Kanye West is very similar to Trump. He think the world around him because he become a billionaire. He thought he can disrespect every group of people, but except he realized that the only group of people he could disrespect is black people. And the minute he tried to disrespect the protected community group, that's when he lose everything. And now he's mad at not only at the community but at the world, as his baby mamas. Like literally, your wife divorcing you. Well, yeah, we know that to be antagonizing family, but you literally like don't want to be a medicine, even though you're sick. You don't you want to go and be with your wife, but sleeping with a bunch of women and expect your wife to okay with it. And I'm guessing when Kim got tired of you sleeping with so many women, and then eventually she divorced you. Now she become more famous and richer than you, and then so I'm a little tired. I got a message after looking at it. I lost track. Where was I? Yeah, when you become messed up now, you mad with the world, you mad with Jay-Z, and you mad at a fake friend. We just see what fake friend do Drake, and now you like 1 minute you were against Drake, and now you realize when the world's turning against Drake. Now, do you see there's something during the interview he said he makes sense? Yeah, like I understand there was one part in the interview where he talked about how the industry are letting Kendrick using um child molester line against Kendrick as in Drake just so they can do the same thing they did to Didi and R. Kelly. Like that's something you do not let people drink. Now I'm beginning to understand why Drake people don't want that stand on his name because he know even though he have Jewish, um, they can come back 10 years later and use that as a fact factors just to try to take everything away from him. Is if you want to push back against the corporation. So I understand why where he coming from, why he switched from Drake to Kendrick when he was just with Kendrick in the first place. But I digress, guys. Beside that, there was a lot last going. There's a couple things going on. Um, let's go to No Jumper. Uh, there's probably gonna be just 45 minutes just because I'm so tired. I already talked about um, Eden was back on that playbus actual speed climbed the love ladder. Um, one of the comment is Kanye West said, uh, "Yeah, Drake is a million times better than Kendrick and million times more important." Now I don't think about the million times better. I doubt it, but important. I don't know what you mean by important. I don't know. I think is it more popular, million times more popular. Yeah, but I don't know that Halia is better rapper. This, that, and the third. So today, man, this a lot, bro. You got a lot of rappers that have a lot of money. They have a lot of success, and could get any women on here if you want to. But touring with their career over this. This is the Boston with their Boston Richie, and who got a heated uh, he did this agreement with his girlfriend. Um, I guess he catch her texting somebody and got mad because they had a broke up last year when she just 18. They had broke up because he literally found her texting other dude, probably even sleep going on a date with other dude, and he broke up with her, make a whole song about it. I don't know how good that Punani is. Now they're back together, and look at it, we back right back at it again.
That's Shorty. That's the little young joint.
The Tatiana girl? Oh,
You see, she's yelling, but she don't even care. She's like, "Give me my phone." So because she know
What the hell, Burton? What the hell, on? What the hell?
oh.
No, 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 no.
Yeah, don't
No.
record
Yeah.
that.
you see, she don't care. Now she's probably used to it, but she don't even care. Cause she don't really care being with you. She's like, because of Boston Richie, who he is, like when they start dating, I believe she will have only like couple thousand followers. Now, she had 100,000 followers. Now she'll become an influencer on your own, and if you leave, she will be fine. You know what's gonna is happening? You have a lot of so-called chicks who like dating they are very very cute, but they're dating those rappers who make them more famous than ever, probably even more famous than those rappers because they're cute, and a lot of niggas start following them, a lot of women want to admire them, start following them too, right? And it becomes like a big thing, like Jada with Little Baby, like the one who was dating Money Back Yo, and what's the other guy, other Chicago guy. They become famous. They got huge strong followers to where like they can get brand deals and stuff like that. Now you break up with them, they don't care, and they have a once you become famous, once you become known, especially by certain social media platform like the Shade Room, Hollywood Unlock, um, um, Hollywood Unlock, the Neighborhood Talk, you forever will be scared because those platforms they have a strong women follow. Whenever you post you and you got strong um reaction from those platforms, you're gonna always make it. And sometimes people, those female programmers will pay those platforms to talk about little things there they do. They'll go on social media, get into argument. Eventually, now you will go to join reality TV, and the next thing you know, you're staying famous, right? Like Britney Renee and all of that. So the thing is like if you want to get somebody and You don't want to make them famous because the minute they become famous, you make them public. Know that once they hit 50,000 subscribers, and they can make money on their on Instagram, on YouTube or TikTok. Now they feel like they don't need you anymore. Like you want to leave, you can leave. It's very few of those, especially like she's 19. Like she only care about your clout. She don't really care about you like that. So you break up and get back with her, and you probably give her a lot of money. She'll take it. She'll still around because you're still relevant. But once your relevancy start going down, I can promise you she's young. She gonna find the hardest thing. Like other nigga gonna like you're gonna be like Cardi B and Offset situation. Cardi B, even though Cardi B only got one album, little long album, she's still relevant more than Offset. Who got multiple record making selling platinum album and go on worldwide too. But Cardi B will get more money from a lot of festivals than even though she do a lot of singles, but she don't have a lot of bro. She's very clever, but like, bruh, she's a she's plastic. You know what I'm saying though. But bro, you stop just a lot of dumb rapper. But I guess they're like a good match because it's like Dumb and Dumber. This kind of situation. Like he don't know any better because he got rich and then don't know he's probably from the hood, so he don't have a real mature mindset understanding. Like some chick are just for a short time, not a long time. But I digress, guys. What's going on with 42 Dog? What's giving the money to?
This the one you want?
It's electric.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna let you.
Nah, it's already charged. You're not gonna need to charge it.
Um, uh, I guess Buster with renting a truck. I can, I don't see no problem with that, but okay, try to reserve your money. Yeah. What else is going on? Let's go to so Christian Rock. I cannot play that music. It's back in church again. I guess still waiting on Blueface. Uh um so she was crying, this, that, and a third, but you know, same thing. She they said they broke up now, they get right back at it again. Dude, I'm tired, bro. Bro, look at this. For all the people who like playing dangerous game, we are with our live, man. Donald Trump just doing an interview today. I forgot which network. He said he's considering to serve a third term. He's trying to find a way that would allow him to get into the race for a third term. He said he think people would want him to, and he's thinking about it, and he's literally saying, "quote I'm not joking." And when he say I'm not joking too. He's serious. So to a lot of you guys who think like, oh, he's not gonna do it, but we didn't think he was gonna be a president first time. Definitely not the second time, but both of them. So if he said he's not joking, bro, oh Lord, we are in dangerous time right now. Dangerous time, and people are not taking that serious, but they should. They should. But we'll see. After that happened, uh, Give me a wait. Where was that video? Oh, baller alert! Baller alert! During baller alert, this pop off of um between the Zeusnetwork founder and a super influencer gonna explain how they partner Zeusnetwork come to them for like partnership of ownership, him and three others in the network when they found it, but now the company start making money, and he's kicked them out almost like 5 years ago, and he did never even and they never received any money from the network, and now suing this network. The thing is that they also said they're paying taxes because they make it look like they're receiving millions as shareholder or owner, but to be exact, they never receive any income from the network, even though their papers show that they are owner and is supposed to receive X amount of money every year. Um, I don't even know what's going on here. I know the video wasn't over here unless they got it deleted. I have it on my page. Let them go to my page because I don't know why they have it deleted. Yeah, they got it deleted for whatever reason. I guess they deleted, but all deleted just because let me be paying those company, those streaming platform a lot of money. They be paying them a lot of money when it for promoting TV shows. So for not losing millions, hundreds of thousands of dollars, or probably millions of dollars and revenue every year, I will do that too. But I'm not making any money from Lemmy now. So this is Deshaun. This is the first guy. He's supposed to be the president of the company right now because you know what he did? Not only when let me come to him, I don't know whatever it was, the percentages. They're supposed to. He decided to bring two people. Not only and then those two people supposed to become co-owners, but the share that he give him, he split it among those two other guys. So instead of let me give them each extra, he actually split his. I believe it was up to like 15%. So all three of them have 5% 5% ownership. And this is not a lot for Lemmy to, if that's true, to be greedy like that. 15% out of you still have 70% ownership. That's not a lot of money to be go crazy, and especially if they already help you be profitable this and that. But that's what happened with us black people. It's not just black people. I'll say that it's just bad. Some people are bad, but man, it's just sad though. I forgot. Let's watch the video.
On X spewing lies. But let me tell you something. Never trust tweets, only trust receipts. I'm about to break down for you the entire situation when it comes to Zeus ownership. I get a call from a good friend of mine, Lamorne Morris. Congrats on your Emmy, by the way, my brother. Lamorne tells me that he has a colleague named Lemmy Plummer who wants to meet with me about starting a social network. His pitch was he wanted to start a black Netflix for influencers and call it the Social Network, which was already a Facebook movie, by the way. He offered me a good amount of equity in the company and said he was going to look out for Lamorne for connecting.
I switch it like that as for copyright purposes. If I leave it the other one bigger, you know what I mean, it might call copyright, so I'm do it like this, you know what I mean, it might, you know what I mean, I may not get copyright do it like this.
I looked out for Lamont. Now, at the time, I had the biggest series on the internet called the Cart Series. Wait, baby, don't do that. No. Had over 500 million views. It was nominated for an Emmy, 4 Streamies, winning 2. Then Lemmy asked me, are there any other influencers I could bring on as partners because we needed some heavy hitters in social media for this thing to work. I said, how about I reach out to another longtime friend of mine, King Batch. He had the numbers. Lemmy agreed. Batch agreed to join. So I see Lemmy Plummer, or Lemon Pepper as y'all call him, said we need one more partner, some diversity. So Batch reached out to Jake Paul, but Jake was working on another project and said, I'll at least give y'all an episode on round 1.
Welcome to the Taj Mahal.
Then Batch said, what about another good friend of ours, Amanda Cerny? She was getting millions of views, making millions of dollars off of brand deals. We all agreed. Now, at this point, I broke down my equity so myself, Batch, and Amanda could have even equity across the board, and we all became co-founders.
I met with Daystorm, King Batch, and Amanda Cerny, who were pretty big influencers.
So even him mentioned that, I remember he used to say that doing interviews. I even mentioned in an interview with the Jasmine brand, but now all of a sudden, I mean, he's not mentioning them no more. And he's gonna go in depth to explain how he even put his own money when the company ran out of money to produce shows for the network.
Yes.
And we ended up, I brought them on board.
Lemmy was supposed to be behind the scenes as the CEO, and the 3 of us were to be the face of the network, myself as the president. In the coming weeks, we started a group chat, and the founders came up with a new name for the social network. Some of the names was trash. Then one day I thought, wait, Nike was a Greek god. They were successful with their shoe and apparel line. Why don't we name ourselves after a Greek god? Let's be Zeus. So then Amanda's like, I had a dog named Zeus. Shoot, I like it.
Daystorm actually came up with the name Zeus. We were strategizing
Said we need one more partner, some diversity. So back
and talking about different names.
So then became the Zeus Network. In our operating agreement, Lemmy's job was to put up the money for the first round of content, which he'd get back soon as we launched. Myself, Batch, and Amanda's job was to use our audience and our face and our likeness to blow up the company and give it a legitimate name. Lemmy's like, look guys, I'm a nobody, and you guys have the influence and celebrity to make this work. So that summer, we went hard as hell.
Zeus just came out today. You on this because you gonna die. At what point did you hear me say Zeus, man? When you looked at me and said Zeus?
There's a number on the screen. Ignore that. It doesn't work. But the link in my bio does. Click on that right now and join Zeus today.
Subscribe.
As president, my job was also to go out and find as many creators as possible so that we could have enough content to live on the platform when it launched. To drive the necessary traffic to the platform, the flagship shows would be Batch, Amanda, and I also
And talking about different names.
So Dan agreed to put season 2 of Cart onto Zeus. Shit, I even called in a favor from Uncle Snoop to pop up in the series, and he looked out for me.
Let's hear some poem. Strike 1. You've been watching too much Zeus, nephew.
And then we spoke to 25 other creators who are also friends of ours and told them we'll give them a free series on Zeus if they promote the app. Let me promise all of them that they would get a percentage of the subscriptions. They didn't get a dime. So approaching the launch of Zeus, Lemmy calls me up crying, talking about the whole network about to go under because I ran out of money. I physically went into the office that entire summer and edited 4 series for Zeus. Then I put up $135,000 of my own money, paying for Bad Escorts, Cart Season 2, and 4 other creative series. Now, bear in mind, contractually, we weren't supposed to put up any money. But Lemmy said, I'm going to pay you back as soon as Zeus launches and we're profitable. Now, every show on Zeus has music in the background, but keep in mind, we had no more budget for music. So I called in another favor from my good friend Tommy Brown and Franks, and I said, yo, we need beats for Zeus. Agreed to put season 2 of Cart onto Zeus. Shit, I even called in a favor from Uncle Snoop to pop up in this. They done produced everything from Ariana Grande to Justin Bieber. Tommy gave us over 1,000 beats with a promise from Lemmy that they'd get paid back once Zeus was profitable. They never got paid. We understood.
I know Lemmy just came out earlier and said, oh, I got receipt, but we're doing investigation. Those receipts are right there. You cannot change those. Those are not like lie. Those are real receipts. I don't know how he gonna say this is a lie. They have video, audio, paper trail.
That Zeus couldn't just be successful in social media, and we needed a partner in traditional media. So I talked to my boy Fonz, and he links me with Tiffany, who works at SAG-AFTRA. Zeus ended up signing a historic deal as the first social platform to partner with SAG-AFTRA. And because of this partnership, I was also able to get a lot of the creators and actors their SAG card because they had shows and series on Zeus. And let me end up stabbing SAG-AFTRA in the back, by the way. This is why I say don't trust tweets, only trust receipts. Let's keep it going. Now, since Zeus was a new platform and app, and there was a lot of bugs that needed fixing. Now, our original tech partner, Nick, warned Lemmy that there was going to be some bugs and problems on launch day. But Lemmy ain't listen for shit. With his Napoleon complex, him and Nick used to get into it. So we throw this big-ass launch party in LA. We had ice sculptures, DJs. They done produced everything from Ariana Grande to Justin Bieber. Tommy gave us over 1,000 beats with a promise from Lemmy that they'd get paid back once Zeus was profitable. They never got paid. We understood that Zeus couldn't just be successful in social media, and we needed a partner in traditional media. So I talked to my boy Fonz, and he links me with Tiffany, who works at SAG-AFTRA. Zeus ended up signing a historic deal as the first social platform to partner with SAG-AFTRA. And because of this partnership, I was also able to get a lot of the creators and actors their SAG card because they had shows in red carpet, big screens. Amanda bit the bullet and did this big-ass deal with Diageo for half her rate so we could have Ciroc as a sponsor. We was in it.
It came together. We're doing our pre-launch party, so coming out July 13th. I'm super stoked.
On launch day, all the creators who had a show on the platform promoted the hell out of Zeus, and over 45,000 people joined the platform that day. So now we on Easy Street until the next day we get a call from our tech partner, Nick, who said there was a glitch in the system and they funds from Ben Koo to make longer form content. Amanda secured Lil Tay, who was huge at the time. Bat secured B. Simone, who was huge at the time. I secured Quay, who was huge at the time, and Lemmy secured Michael Blackson. Those shows with TTB and the flagship gave us enough subscribers and enough income to make it to the next season for even bigger shows. Now, Lemmy controlled all the money at Zeus. And at this point, myself, Batch, and Amanda were pushed out while Lemmy's taking these interviews acting like he did it all by himself.
But you did have partners. She did have partners. What happened to them niggas?
You tell me.
Man, I Googled this shit. Stop it, man. No, I remember seeing them.
You tell me.
So you bought them out, right?
You tell me what happened to these guys.
No, King Bach. Yeah. So King Bach, Amanda Cerny. That's what I was like. That's when they were lit.
Yeah, like I said, I created Zeus. I ended up investing my own capital. They didn't put in any money. They didn't do anything.
He seized all the Zeus accounts, got him spewing lies.
I thought they would bring some value, bring some money to the table and do their thing, and they did.
Let me tell you something. Anybody who needs that kind of security is either super famous or did a lot of people dirty.
Part of what makes this whole platform special is, yes, you guys are partners and owners with me in this. And what you bring to the table, like you said, is relationships. People would not do this if it wasn't because of you and King Batch and Amanda.
Now, when you have a successful company like Zeus, you do something called partner payouts. Lemmy pays himself, but never pays his partners. To be totally transparent, we had a falling out because a good friend of ours, who is now a successful Latin artist and used to be Lemmy's assistant, told us that he sexually assaulted her. Till this day, myself, Batch, and Amanda.
Ooh, now sexual assault is involved. And
we received K1 tax documents stating that we make millions of dollars from the Zeusnetwork as partners. So we're paying taxes on money that we never received. So while Lemmy Plumber walks through Paris with 5 security guards and designer clothes and purchases spewing lies.
I thought they would bring some value, bring some money to the table and do their thing, and they did.
Let me tell you something. Anybody who needs that kind of security is either super famous or did a lot of people dirty.
Part of what makes this whole platform special is, yes, you guys are partners and owners with me in this. And what you bring to
the Lemmy done settled behind our backs. And when you hear all these women on TikTok or you hear Ray J going off and shit.
Oh, settled behind his back. Okay.
Shit. To all the women that's going through this with Lemmy and going through this with Zeus, like, we hear you and we're gonna help you.
We're gonna stay in this room for 3 to 4 hours until you do what I tell you to do.
I don't that. Why not? Let me just read this. New home, RVs.
Lemmy done bought me a truck for my birthday.
The Zeusnetwork bought you.
Zeus bought it.
Cybertrucks, cars, jewelry, and he's giving out bags to everybody who walks through Zeus's door. The partners who initially kept the lights on and made Zeus what it is today received nothing. Don't let the internet and lemon pepper fool you. We put them on. This guy's a fraud. I had a call a few years back with Lemmy and Jason Tolbert, who's also works there and is too cowardly to say something because he was on the phone call. And Lemmy is like, you guys are fucking losers. I'm going to drag this case until you all broke. Zeus is worth $1 billion. You can't beat the machine. You'll never beat Zeus. He's been dragging it. We spent over $1 million on lawyers already. Oh, they're not even part of the company. We have to sit up there and prove that he's on some bullshit. So we'll spend 3 months and a couple $100,000 just to prove that he's telling another fucking lie. We've been literally fighting this dude in court for 2 years, y'all. I found out that Zeus has multiple lawsuits. Let me just read this. New home, RVs.
Let me bought me a truck for my birthday.
The Zeusnetwork bought you.
Zeus bought it.
Cybertrucks, cars, jewelry, and he's giving out bags to everybody who walks through Zeus's door. The partners who initially kept the lights on and made Zeus what it is today received nothing. Don't let the internet and lemon pepper fool you. We put them on.
Okay. So pretty much he was explaining his side of the story. And yeah, do I think he have a legit chance? Yeah, but the only thing is, like let me say, the only just like a Bourbon was doing to Lil Wayne. Remember when like there was 5-10 years where Lil Wayne 150,000 they could not pay. That's why you see like whenever they doing show, Lil Wayne do a show with Birdman, he leave Birdman on the stage because he feel like he got too much money. Even though yeah, Lil Wayne put in the baby a baby put him on, but still he's a grown man. Like you cannot like just because you put me on, you're entitled to stealing my money as well. So yeah. So because of that, man, thing is not doing too well. Let me is not too this town is not too happy until they settle. It's not looking good for the community when that happened. And yeah, it is what it is, though, guys. It is what it is. Let me see. I think that's all the thing. Let's go back and play the Busla. Let's jump into the news. What Trump did now?
Tired of manually generating high volumes of critical documents? Overspending on tech that is under-delivering?
Joining me now, we have Mark Polymeropoulos, former CIA senior intelligence officer and NBC News and MSNBC national security and intelligence analyst, and Tyler Pager, White House correspondent for the New York Times and co-author of 2024, How Trump Retook the White House and the Democrats Lost America. Welcome, fellas. Mark, you first here. How do you interpret Trump's new message to Putin? Does it have any teeth after he rhetorically abandoned Ukraine?
Well, Alex, first I wonder if Trump has been listening to any of his intelligence briefs, because I'm sure the intelligence community has, for weeks, if not months, told President Trump, if they had access to him, that this is exactly how Vladimir Putin has behaved in the past, will behave in the future. And so, there's kind of a little bit of naivete here. I don't think anybody in the planet expected Putin to be cooperative. He has not been. So now it is a bit interesting that Trump is lashing out a bit. But I would note that when he talks about tariffs, I mean, this is, when we talk sanctions and tariffs, this is something that, of course, the Republicans have panned the Democrats, the Biden administration in the past for proposing. So if we really want to see Trump get tough on Putin, we'll see a resumption or perhaps increased commitments to both intelligence and military equipment to Ukraine. That would be tough. But we'll see. And again, I think that the intelligence community is certainly not surprised at Putin's behavior.
You want to put a 50-50 kind of chance on that happening, on those kinds of resumption of tariffs and the like?
I don't think Trump in any way is going to resume military equipment. So that's why I think that, and I think that Putin knows this. And so the Russians are going to try to drag this on. It will be interesting to see if the amount of patience that Trump has. There's one school of thought is that he's going to get bored of this and kind of move on, because this is of course, a conflict that is going to be incredibly difficult to solve.
So Tyler, does Trump's new position on Putin surprise you?
I mean, I think some of the rhetoric we are seeing from the president, as Vaughn said earlier, is surprising given how much of his and his allies' ire has been targeted at Zelensky. Obviously, there was that extremely contentious meeting between President Trump and President Zelensky in the Oval Office that blew up this proposed deal on rare earth minerals. And we have seen the president try to take a much softer tact toward Putin, saying he wanted to be the negotiator who could deal with both sides. Obviously, that approach has received a lot of criticism across the aisle, largely from Democrats, but even some Republicans concerned about the more conciliatory approach he is taking toward Putin. But again, this is just one comment, and we have to see how this plays out over time. But I think what's most important to take a step back here and think about is that what Trump says is he wants a deal. He wants to be able to go out and tout that he was, as he described himself in the inauguration speech, as a peacemaker president. And so Trump is looking for tangible victories that he can brag to the American people that he solved something that, in particular, Joe Biden could not. And so I think he's growing frustrated that he does not have those wins that he promised. We'll see if that translates into any sort of success in terms of, a ceasefire or a pause in fighting that goes beyond just the limited scope they've agreed before. But I think it's really important to think about what Trump wants in this situation to understand why he's lashing out at Putin today.
Tyler, do you think Donald Trump thought it was going to be this hard, this challenging? I mean, on the campaign trail, he said day one, it'd be fixed. We all knew that wasn't going to happen. But do you think he expected it to be this hard?
Yeah, well, he was asked about this, why he said, in 24 hours he would have a deal. And he said that he was being sarcastic and that he knew that it would take some time. But it's clear that he is growing frustrated, that the language that he's using is reminiscent of how he talks about a lot of people, but it's particularly unique in the way that he's approached Putin, and not just in this term, but throughout his political career. So I think there is clearly a sense of frustration. I think he thought he could bring the sides to the table and strike a deal. He's been very eager to tout his successes on foreign policy, the freeing of American citizens who were jailed or imprisoned in various countries around the world. So it's clear that he wants to get a deal. I think he is surprised by the intransigence he's seeing from Putin, but most foreign policy observers, even across the aisle, are not surprised, given this is Putin's playbook that he's adopted throughout his time dealing with the United States and previous presidents.
Okay. Mark, Defense Secretary Hegseth, he's facing some renewed scrutiny after the Wall Street Journal report revealed that he brought his wife to 2 meetings with foreign military counterparts where sensitive information was being discussed. What are the security implications here?
Well, I think this goes to show that a lot of the concerns we had about Hegseth as Secretary of Defense, it's coming to fruition. He doesn't seem to be taking security precautions seriously. This, government business is serious. Being the head of the Department of Defense is an incredibly important job. And so we have kind of seen a pattern here. And I think what you see, particularly coming from the Wall Street Journal, let's be honest, this is kind of the dean of conservatism in American media. Not only the editorial board, but also the national security reporters. You see kind of this drip, drip, drip. And I think my sense is that some in the Pentagon are kind of tiring of Hegseth's behavior. He seems to be secure. President Trump has noted time and again that he does not want to fire Hegseth. But look, the signal kind of fiasco was, to many of us in the national security world, it's such an egregious violation of security principles. He's certainly on the hot seat. This story is not going to help. And I think you'll see more. There might be more signal chats, but there's a lot of scrutiny on him now, and I think for good reason.
And Tyler, you had new reporting this week inside Trump's internal deliberations of potentially firing his national security advisor, Mike Waltz. He has since told NBC News he's not going to be firing anyone in the Signal Group chat scandal. But what can you tell us about his thought process this week? And would you bet good money on it that he won't end up firing someone?
Yeah, I'm not in a position to bet money on anything. I'll just tell you what we've learned. My colleague Maggie Haberman and I reporting about the conversations that the president has had with allies over the last few days, casting about what he should do with the Mike Waltz situation. And I think Mark's point is really important here. President Trump said he does not blame Secretary Hegseth for this signal issue, very clearly putting the blame on Mike Waltz. And he spent the last few days asking allies what he should do, ultimately had a meeting in the Oval Office with Mike Waltz, and then came away the next morning deciding that he was not going to fire him. Now, I think it's important to be clear that the part of the calculation here is that he doesn't want to give in to the media cycle and prolong it. It's very clear he's trying to change the subject, move on to other issues. But at the same time, it is also very clear that Mike Waltz standing within the White House has been somewhat diminished. Now, if that means he stays for another year or just 3 weeks, obviously that's up to the president. And there could be more coming out in terms of his relationships throughout the West Wing. That is Mike Waltz. So I think we have to wait and see exactly how this unfolds over the next few weeks. But I would not rule anything out when it comes to President Trump and staffing. But it is clear that the president is taking a different approach to staffing than he did in his first term. He acknowledged that he did not want to repeat some of the chaos and firings that really characterized his first term in office.
Yeah, but here's the deal. We're not changing the subject, Mark, because NBC News has new reporting. Vice President Vance's role in this Signal group chat, it has angered some senior Republican legislators. They're skeptical, rather, of why he was questioning Trump's directive to conduct the strikes. So are we seeing a growing rift among Republicans on foreign policy?
So, Alex, what was really interesting to me on the Signal chat was not the tactical military planning, which is really bad, of course. That was classified information that could have gotten U.S. pilots hurt. But it was the policy discussions, which, by the way, also are absolutely classified. I mean, they even named it the Small Group PC Principals Committee. That's actually the name of a meeting that you have in the Situation Room. But the policy discussions were really interesting because Vance seems to be kind of pursuing what we know to be more of an isolationist bent. He certainly has this kind of pathological hatred of Europe. But there did seem to be policy divisions. And so that spilled out in public. And I think, President Trump probably does not like that. And that's, I think, reflective of some of the Republican allies being critical of the vice president.
I got to say, it's going to be interesting to see what both Waltz and Pete Hegseth receive when they go to Europe next time. The kind of reception could be a little chilly. We'll see. All right, you both, thank you so much.
Oh, sorry, guys.
AI is only as good as every organization's greatest asset, their data. Most government
Sorry, guys. So that's what's going on that. What's other news going on? Tariff raising of price. Let me go to sleep, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, guys. This is